First, we're going to warm up the upper body. Go ahead, make some circles with the arms. Really feeling the chest start to open up. Keeping the chest lifted. You can do this seated or standing. From here, switching directions, going the other way. Warming up through the rotator cuffs. We're doing a lot of push-ups and stuff today. Just want to make sure that we're nice and warmed up through the shoulders. You can move a little bit slower if you'd like, if that feels better. And then from here, we're just going to start crisscrossing the arms, pitching the shoulder blades together in the back, opening up through the chest, pulling the elbows towards each other as they come behind us. Feeling the chest start to open up and the back. Alright, placing the hands down on the knees, we're going to make some circles. So we warmed up the upper body, now we're going to move into the back. So today's main focus is chest and back. Rolling through, exhale as you come down, inhale as you lift. You can take your time if this feels good. Switching directions. No rush. Exhale. Inhale as you lift. Just a quick warm up. Just loosen up through the spine. Steady yourself at the top. Bringing hands down beside you and lifting one hand up and over, just windmilling hands side to side. Reaching and extending through that side body. Feeling the stretch move all the way down to the sides of the ribs. If you'd like to move a little bit slower, you're more than welcome to. Just a few more times. From here, letting the head hang, rounding the back, and then pressing the chest towards the floor, rounding the back. Just a little seated cat and cow. Even if you're standing, you can still do this. Pressing the chest forward, sinking back, rounding the spine, letting the head sink down. Tucking the chin towards the chest, feeling the length move in through the back of the neck. Rolling through the shoulders. Back and down away from the ears. Rolling forward. Lifting one shoulder towards the ear and then bringing it down. Just alternating sides. And twisting to the side. Trying to look over the back shoulder. Twisting, other side. Just a quick stretch. Now we're going to move into our main workout. First, we have push-ups. You can always drop down to the knees, looking straight down at the floor in front of you. Trying to keep a neutral neck. Squeezing the abs, flexing the quads, and squeezing the glutes. Dropping the knees, sinking back into a child's pose just for a quick stretch. And shifting forward into your tabletop, we're going to go into a bird dog. Alternating. Now, this is your first option. If you want more, scoop the arm back behind you and then pull the knee underneath of the chest. So, bird dog, cheetah scoop. Bird dog, cheetah scoop. Keep going. Or you can just stick with an alternating bird dog. From here, we're going to rest just for a moment, maybe pedaling through the hands, loosening up through the wrists, sinking back into child's pose. From here, we have shoulder taps. We're just going to hold our plank, tapping our shoulder. Eye gaze is slightly forward or down at the floor. It's okay if you rock side to side. Almost there. And then lay flat onto your belly, keeping the hands beside the shoulders. From here, we're going to go into a Superman. We're just going to lift the palms off of the floor and lower. Lift, lower. Squeezing the glutes. Pinching the shoulder blades together and drawing the elbows towards the sky. If you want to, you can even lift your feet off the floor. It's not a very big movement, but it's going to feel like a lot. Almost there. And then resting for a second. Getting ready for push-ups, and let's begin. Remembering, you can always drop down to the knees. Try to make the elbows point back towards the back of the room. You don't want the arms to chicken wing. Keep it up, don't slow down. Just a few more seconds. Dropping the knees, sinking back into child's pose, stretching out through the chest, really reaching through the fingertips, walking the hands forward. Shifting forward, back into bird dog scoop. Pulling that knee underneath of you, activating through the core. This is an amazing exercise for the shoulders, the back, the glutes, and your abdominals. Resting for a second, maybe wagging your tail like a dog. All right, let's get back into our plank. We have shoulder taps, let's go. You can always drop down to the knees if this starts to get too hard, or spread the feet wider. The more surface area you cover, the more stable that you'll be. And come down and rest. Bringing the hands next to the shoulders. We have Supermans, let's go. Making sure to squeeze the shoulder blades, keeping the eye gaze forward and feeling the lower back engaged. And squeezing the glutes. If you want to, you can lift your toes slightly off the floor. Not a very big movement, but it's going to feel like a lot. This exercise is amazing for strengthening the lower back. And then here, we're just going to rest. Shifting back into our child's pose once more. And then shifting forward, lifting up, back into push-ups. Now, don't forget, if you start to get tired in the upright position, you can always drop the knees. You got it. You're strong. And then shifting back into our child's pose, stretching out through the chest. Letting the head sink down to the floor, pressing the forehead into the floor. Then we'll shift back forward and into our tabletop into our bird dog flow. Really engaging the core, pulling the knee underneath of you. Make sure that you're alternating out sides. If you need to, you can definitely take your time. But this is a total body exercise. All right, wag your tail just a little bit, loosening up through the spine. Planting the hands back down, back into our shoulder taps. Squeezing the glutes, flexing the quads, keeping the hips low. If you want more of a challenge, you can bring your feet closer together. Whether you're kneeling or on your toes, spreading the knees can create more stability within the core. And then bringing it down. Bringing the hands back beside the shoulders. All right, Supermans, let's go. You're almost there. So close. Make sure you're still squeezing everything. All right, shifting back, pressing the chest down towards the floor, coming forward, back into our push-ups. We are almost finished. You can always drop down to the knees. I know it's starting to burn. I can feel it too. Or lifting back up to the toes again. You got it. Then wagging your tail like a dog. We have bird dog coming up. All right, let's get it started. Really pulling the sides of the waist in on this round. We want to make sure to keep a nice strong core all the way through this movement. Pulling the sides of the waist in towards the spine. Creating more stability. Almost there. Stay with it. And resting for a moment, shifting back into child's pose. Maybe flipping the palms up towards the sky this time. And then bringing it back forward, shifting into our plank, and then tapping the shoulders. Remembering to keep the core nice and tight. Hands stay directly below the shoulders. Almost there. Bring it down to rest for a moment. We have Supermans coming up. Bringing the hands back behind the shoulders. We're going to lift our chest off of the floor. You got it. This is our last time doing this. Lifting up, sinking back in child's pose. Pressing the chest down really, really hard. From here, palms go up, sinking back, really pressing the chest down towards the thighs. And maybe bringing the hips up a little bit higher in the air. Coming into a kneeling down dog. And then sinking back into child's pose. And then coming up into our tabletop, opening up into a twist, reaching one arm towards the sky, and then weaving it underneath of us, sinking back into our child's pose. Just threading the needle through. Releasing that hand back up towards the sky, this time wrapping it behind the lower back. And then sinking back into your child's pose again, stretching out through the chest, the back, the shoulders. Trying to find a natural breathing rhythm. We're going to come up, reach and extend that arm towards the sky. Bringing it down, planting it below the shoulder, reaching up through the other arm, twisting. Threading the needle underneath, sinking back into your child's pose. Just relax, finding a steady breath. Releasing up slowly, reaching and extending the arm towards the sky, and then wrapping it behind the lower back, sinking back into your child's pose once more. Feeling that stretch move through the shoulder. Just relaxing. Lifting back up into our tabletop, extending through that arm. Bring the hand down. Sinking back in the child's pose again. Flipping the palms up towards the sky. From here, shifting the weight forward, laying all the way flat onto your belly. Bringing the arms out into a T. Pulling one hand in towards the shoulder and then pressing into that hand, moving the other arm out to the T. Feeling the chest start to stretch. Taking your time until you feel tension, not pain. And then switching sides, straightening out the other arm, pulling the other one in, press. Coming forward, bringing both hands in, pressing into a cobra, gently looking up towards the sky. Then releasing down, tucking the toes in the back, and coming up into down dog, pressing the chest towards the thighs, and just pedaling through the feet. From here, just find a comfortable seated position. And stretch out to the arm, pulling the arm across the chest, gently pressing into the arm. And then switching arms. Tilting your head to one side and just placing your hand on top of your head. Do not pull. Just using the weight of your hand to stretch a little bit more, and then switching sides, just gently placing your hand on top of your head. Bring both hands down to the knees, circling through the neck, just little half circles, going from taking one ear to one shoulder, and then the other ear to the other. rolling through slow, feeling this stretch move through the back of the neck. And then from here, looking up, looking down, and then bringing the hands behind the back, interlocking the fingers, and looking up towards the sky, pulling the knuckles down towards the floor, and then coming forward. You can either keep the hands to the back or releasing it up towards the sky. And then gently coming up into a seated position. And you're all done. Thank you for watching.